the Boston Celtics select Chris Cenac Jr. from the University of Houston.
I love that kid. I love him. He never has a bad day, and I have wore him out. He's never, ever not looked me in the eye. He's never had 1 ounce of bad body language. He's never, ever been late. He's always one of the first ones there, last ones to leave. He is like a huge sponge. Wherever he's playing in the NBA down the road, that team is going to be lucky to get him. I mean, he is an awesome, awesome young man.
And he was progressing all the way up to his last game. And I don't judge guys by how many points they score or how many shots they make. Are they doing the other things that we're asking them to do? You know, when the ball leaves their hand, you have no control. But they can be in the right place on defense. They can give the right effort. They can be in sync with their teammates at both ends. So Chris made a lot of progress, but his greatest strength was he was an easy kid to coach. But if you know Chris Sr. and Sharita, his mom and dad, you know that he came from a great family. He was very respectful. He was a great teammate. And those things matter. You know, some of the calls I get are about that. They don't even ask about basketball. They want to know what are we getting? What's he going to be like on a day-to-day basis? And I share those things with every team. You've got to, you know, we rattle off the things that are important in our program, and it's the same things important in anybody's program. And Chris was my favorite kid to coach on last year's team. He really was.
I think Chris has a chance to develop anywhere he goes. But I think Boston specifically is a great fit because of the way they play their 4s and 5s. I think they project him to be a stretch 5, someone that can get out in the corners or slots, create space off penetration, kick it out, catch it and shoot it. I think he's just scratching the surface there. But I do think Boston, because of how they use their 5s, is a good fit for Chris.
Well, he's just a good young player, energetic, plays hard, excellent athlete, long, you know, fits a position of need. Some things that we were a little short on this year from an athletic perspective, I think, with his size and his length. And he is, when you play in the program he's played for, he's been through, he's been taught well and been held to a high standard. And so I like that. And he will undoubtedly come here and be eager to jump into it. He's a good worker. He's a good person. And he's got a lot to learn, but we're excited about starting that process with him. You know, when you're that age and you were that ballyhooed coming out of high school, and then you go and you play for Coach Sampson, and he does not let you off the hook for one mistake over the course of a full year, right? And in everything that we've learned about Chris and everything that Coach has told me is that he was pretty hard on him, and he was on him, and all he did was come to work. And I think that's a really impressive quality for a young guy. When I watched him play live several times this year, you know, I never walked out of he didn't always play well, but I never walked out of the gym thinking he didn't play hard. And he didn't really go after it. And so I think that's a good place to start.
I mean, I feel like I can bring a lot. My versatility, being able to space the floor. But definitely, you know, my defense, rebounding, coming in and playing hard, doing whatever it takes to help the team win and get on the floor. So, you know, I feel like I can bring a lot to the team, and I'm looking forward to getting to Boston, getting to work. You know, I have a great work ethic. I'm always in the gym trying to get better, trying to figure out, you know, what to do to get better. So I'm 100% looking forward to getting to Boston and putting the work in every single day.